Hey there, I'm Elizabeth Scott, and I am doing my fourth and last video blog for Reader Girls as Author-in-Residence. It's been a real honor to be part of the Reader Girls Author-in-Residence program, and I just want to say thank you to them, and thank you to all of you for watching these video blogs and for your comments, which have just been amazing, and just wow, thank you all so much. These final questions I'm going to be answering today all come from Kelly, and they're about writing rituals, finishing books, and editing. Okay, so here we go. Kelly wants to know, what do I do in between books? I actually usually go on to the next project. I don't get a lot of downtime because I write for multiple publishers, so I always have deadlines coming up. So I don't really take a lot of breaks. And when I do, weirdly enough, I like to read young adult novels. I can't read them while I'm writing, and since, as my husband says, since you're always writing, there's like a couple times a year where I actually do get to take an actual break, and what I do is I just read young adult novels, like 40 or 50. I'll just like sit down with a huge stack and I'll just read for days, and I love it. Like, I mean, I love young adult novels, and like that's the only kind of downside of being a young adult author, is that I don't get to read like young adult stuff all the time like I used to be able to, but you know, I still get to read it, which is awesome. So let's see, her next question is, do I have any rituals when I finish a book? If a crushing sense of despair and worry counts as a ritual, then yes, I do. I'm always a wreck when I finish a draft. My best friend Jess, who reads all of my drafts, like I always send her like a one-line email with the draft, which is like, this is the worst thing I've ever written, I'm sorry. I've mentioned this before, I have so many problems with my own writing, and I always just hate what I write, you know. So yeah, I guess if that's a ritual, then there you have it. Loathing and sadness. But you know, at the same time, I'm also proud of myself too, because like I got through the book. You know, I finished a draft, and that is like, that's a big deal, you know, to write a draft of a book. Like if you do that, pat yourself on the back, because like, yay, that's awesome. And her last question is, it always bugs me how authors can edit so much away of their work. I don't think I would be able to do it. Do you have any advice for not being afraid to edit and revise? This is a subject that, as some of you know, is pretty near and dear to my heart. I am a massive editor. My drafts lose on average about 30 to 40%. And you know, I learned the hard way. I didn't take any writing classes or anything. And what I learned was that when you have a story, you want to make it the best it can be. And so what that entails is going through and reading the whole thing very carefully and asking yourself, does this scene need to be here? And so that's what I do. Whenever I revise, that's every scene. Does this scene need to be here? And if it doesn't, no matter how much I like it, no matter how much there might be a sentence, it just makes me go, oh, I can't believe I actually wrote that. Bail ammo, gone. I take it out. And, you know, it seems kind of daunting at first, but it gets easier. And the more you do it, the more you realize that editing, as much as I don't enjoy it, I know some writers love it, I'm not one of them, but editing is really important. It's all about streamlining the book. It's about making the book more readable. It's about making it as accessible as possible. And so, like, I don't think of it as removing all my hard work. I think of it as taking what's there and making it as the best I can, you know? And that's really important to me. I mean, I want every book I come out to be the best I can possibly make it. So, there you have it. And finally, just as a thank you to the Reader Girls and to everyone else for being so awesome, I'd like to give away one set of all of my published books, including Grace, which comes out in September. So the person who wins will get a copy in September. So just go ahead and comment on the blog post over at Reader Girls if you're interested in winning the books. And again, thank you all so much.